Let's start off with something that has boiled my piss. This is something that happened in Australia. That place on the other side of the world where all the shit wants to kill you. From fucking crocodiles and sharks to trees to jellyfish to drop bears. All those things. They all want to kill you. Well, apparently at Brower College, which is in the town of... Oh, jeez. Warrnambool? I can't pronounce that. There's too many letters. Why is there two R's in it? Warrnambool. Because here's what happened. You know that we do live in a society that's still male-dominated and not taking the piss. You know, rape and violent assault of women is a problem. It's never gone away. And because we live in an age where more is reported, we're more keenly aware than ever that we haven't fixed this. We may never fix it. There's always going to be bad people, but we have to try, yeah? Because that's right. Well, there are probably different ways of doing this, but in Warrnambool, I can't say it. That place, Brower College, they, male students, they make that sound like grown-ups, don't they? Kids, boys. Boys were forced to stand in assembly and apologise to female classmates for the sexual assaults caused by their gender. So, the answer, one of the things that apparently is going to help is collective punishment of young boys, kids, making them apologise to girls for things predominantly men have done. And let's really think about this. If boys should apologise for all the rapes committed by men, okay, then men should apologise for all the rapes committed by men. I should take, apparently, some accountability, even though I've never known anyone, to my knowledge, that has raped anybody. Certainly no one in my circle of friends. But I must apologise. So if we're going to go down that route, where is it okay? Where does it stop? I want all women to apologise for Myra Hindley. I want every Muslim to apologise for 9/11 or the arena attack here in Manchester. All of you. Because although you might not be affiliated with the person that did it or know anyone that's like that or believes in it, you're the same religion or possibly the same colour. So clearly there's some guilt that has to be laying upon your shoulders. You should apologise. KKK, they were a bad bunch. Anyone with a fondness for pillowcases must now apologise for the KKK. Black people must apologise for O.J. Simpson. I think you get where I'm going with this. If any of those other examples were put forward, people would be incensed. Not many people are that incensed. I've seen a lot of people going, don't understand it, or that's a bit stupid. But if we really thought that we've made children stand up in an assembly and apologise for something they might not even really understand that well, you know, and they've apologised for the actions of men. Now, I know someone will argue by example and post that recent thing in America where a 7-year-old has been charged with rape, third-degree rape, something like that. There's always exceptions to every rule, right? But can you imagine having to stand up in your assembly? And everything's crushingly embarrassing when you're a child anyway. And have to do that. Now, one lad, a 12-year-old student at the school, he only started at the school this year, but he feels blessed. 12 years old, he was forced to get up in front of his new classmates, many of whom he's never met. And he said, they told us to stand up, turn to a girl in our class and say sorry. So apologising for the actions of others to somebody that hasn't been a victim of the others. We're off to a good start. This kid said, he's 12, I don't think it's okay to be sexually assaulted. I felt a bit under pressure to stand up, and if I didn't, I felt like I was a bad person. That'll cure rape. There'll be no more rapes now. Because the bad people will have been shamed into not raping because they weren't aware rape was a bad thing. It's like when ignorant fucking people have said to me on Twitter, it was a woman that last said it to me, make sure you teach your son not to rape. Not top of my list. Because I'm teaching my son to be a decent human being, and decent human beings don't rape. I don't see that there should be a special category of instruction from a father to a son. And listen, son, whatever you do in life, don't rape.
We all want to do it. I know how you feel, eh? We've all got it in us.
But you don't do it.
Come on.
So I was never even told don't hit girls because it was just assumed that I wouldn't hit girls because I was brought up just that I wasn't brought up to do these things, and neither are most people. Now, this isn't a not all men argument, okay? It's not. Male violence towards women far exceeds any other violence statistic. We know that. We know that. But I'm not sure shaming kids is a way to deal with this. But we seem to use kids for a lot of things these days, don't we?
The really weird thing, though, is that weird kid in the class, the one that is going to go on to rape people, what you've now done is involve him in an exercise where rape was an absolute focus, and he was made to stand up, and whatever disgusting perversions he had within him have now just been nurtured just that little bit more, because it's even more naughty now, it's even more dangerous, it's even more freaky, all that shit. Well done. It's the complete opposite. It's like when you put posters up about suicide and suicides go up because you're advertising it. It's the same thing. You know, they get so locked in a certain point of view that they don't think of the actual consequences of their actions. It winds me up, Aidan.
Even before you get to that point, it's just hurting kids. It's embarrassing kids. It's a selfish act to make you feel good. It's not fixing anything. It's not going to stop rape. It just makes some virtual signalling prick feel a bit better, going, look what we've done. We've taught those boys. Take it on their shoulders. It's like collective white guilt. Can fuck off with that as well. It's got nothing to do with me.
Imagine the little boy who gets raped by his uncle every weekend as well, having to stand up and apologise. Yeah. Hey, how misguided is that shit? Because you've just had another 10 years before he admits anything.
Yeah.
He has to stand there with his ass still a bit bloody from Sunday, you know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's like, fucking idiots.
It fucks me. It seems like kids are nothing more now than a tool to be used to beat somebody else over the fucking head with.
Yep.
Whether it's this, the trans issue, or anything else. Like that fucking school here in the UK, they've done away with bullying. It's finished. Why? They banned football and team sports at breaks. And they say, yes, now our children sit around discussing things like Tennyson or asking each other the capital cities of countries around the world. Well, that's fucking beautiful, isn't it? What you've done is stop kids learning how to deal with conflict, disagreement. Oh, but they deal with it badly. Yeah, it's how they learn. You can't instruct people on how to be human. It takes actions. We have to fuck up. We have to get things wrong. I'm not suggesting like brutal bullying that, you know, that's really violent, but now everything's bullying.